Today at Manchester Theatres, it is my pleasure to be joined by the wonderful Jochebel Ohene MacCarthy, who is currently playing one of our Tinas at the Palace Theatre in Manchester in Tina, the Tina Turner musical. And it is there till the 3rd of January. So you've got plenty of time to go and watch this incredible show. Now, Jochebel has been in Australia playing Tina before she came over to Manchester, but she has also done other shows such as The Lion King, Hairspray, The Colour Purple, Ghost the Musical. So we are in great company today for all things musical and of course Tina. So Jochebel, thank you so much for joining me to talk about, this epic show. It is a big one, isn't it? It is so good.
It is huge. One, yeah, but
Yeah.
like just incredible to experience such an incredible show. Yes.
So for those that don't know yet, tell us a little bit about the story, what happens, what it's all about.
Okay, so Tina Turner the musical is a story of Tina Turner's life, and it expands across 4 decades of her life. We tell the story over 4 decades, from her upbringing in a small town and how she becomes the legend that she is, known as Tina Turner, and also comes across her trials and her tribulations with her ex-husband, Ike Turner, and the tumultuous relationship that they had together, but how she overcomes that and, yeah, becomes the legend that she is. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And because I was going to say, even if you think you know about, oh, she had this bad relationship with Ike, and yeah, she's gone through some stuff. I swear you haven't got any clue how much this person went through and the resilience. It really is quite dark at times, isn't it? What she faced.
Yes, a lot of people come into the show. I think they come to experience a concert
Yeah.
of some sort, but they don't realize how in depth the script and the story gets, and they leave there thinking, "Wow, what this woman went through, you really had no idea." So
No.
yeah, I'm so glad that we get to tell an in-depth story about her life, and it wasn't all roses, but she
No.
up on top. I tell you that.
Yes. Oh, she certainly did. And there is two of you representing Tina in Manchester for us. So how does that work? Do you have like schedules, certain days that you perform or?
Yes, so me and my good friend Elle both share the role of Tina. And this isn't anything different to what they do in the West End or Australia or Broadway, or tours. This is very similar, actually, the setup, because the role is so demanding physically, vocally, emotionally. They want to, the company, the producers, all came to an understanding that it's very good for the Tinas to share the role so that you're always giving 100% when it comes to performing to the audiences. We don't want to ever feel like we're giving you a half-hearted performance. So yeah, they all agreed that it would be good for us to share the role. So sometimes in a week, I might do 4 performances, and then Elle would do 3, and then we will swap the next week, and then she might do 4, and then I might do 3. It's just to make sure that we're all healthy, and giving you exactly what you deserve, which is 101,000%.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say there's no way anyone can keep that up for 8 shows a week.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
I didn't succeed.
Yeah, unbelievable the energy in it. And what is fascinating about the show is we get to see Tina Turner, the icon, so the name, the label, the brand, but then you get to see Tina, the human, as well. And the amazing way that, eventually she's like, no, and she kind of makes them both one so that they are her truth. It's an incredible watch.
Yes, 100%. I think with celebrities or celebrity status, it's very easy to come across something and be like, oh, they're at arm's length. But then when you realize sometimes they go through things just as much as we do, and a lot of people are able to connect with her story. When I get the chance to sometimes meet people at stage door or out in town, sometimes when people approach, they're like, wow, my goodness, she is literally just like us. She would have gone through just let's say, for example, when she's a mother, she had children, so she had responsibilities, and having to have that work home life balance, and also again with having a partner who may not have understood her success and would want to control that. So it's good to know that her story speaks life into people as well. It's not just a case of she went through something hard and she fell prey to being the victim. She didn't accept that victimhood. She said, I'm not going to be a victim. I'm going to rise above this, and I'm going to show you that I'm capable of more. And for me, that is something that I enjoy telling every single night. Yeah.
An incredible, inspirational person. And because you're playing a real life person who has all of, very real things that have happened, there's family out there. But at the same time, it is a character that's been made, even though it's a real person, it's a character that's been made for a show about that person. So you have got to be respectful of the real person whilst trying to find a character that is entertaining for the purpose of a show. So does that balance become more difficult than, say, if you were just playing a fictional character that you had to kind of find?
Oh, yes, definitely. The responsibility is more, in my opinion. I feel as though when I first started the show back in Australia, at that time, bless her soul, Tina Turner was still with us. So for me, it felt like at any given time, she could walk through those doors. So if I'm trying to do like a caricature version of her, it would not speak well. So you had to make sure you did your research. In terms of reading her biographies, watching interviews, watching documentaries, watching concerts of hers, and making sure that you are true to the character. You could say that that's also important when you're playing a fictional character, but all the more important when she's like the executive producer of the show. So, you don't want to, business wise and also for the heart of the show, you want to make sure you're doing it well. And even still, after a week when we opened, when sadly Tina passed away, I still feel as though her presence was still with us. So if she can't walk through the door, maybe her spirit is still watching. So you also want to do her justice wherever she is, hopefully up in the heavens, watching down, and hopefully she agrees with how we're telling her story. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I cannot think that there's any other answer to that than yes, absolutely, 100%, because it is phenomenal. And there's so many songs that people, have personal connections to, and they write the story of our own lives. So my question is, did you have a favorite song, Tina song, going into this, and has it changed since doing the show?
So I didn't listen to Tina Turner before this show. I'm so sorry.
No, but that's because you're so young. That's just like I'm saying. I'm giving my age away, saying she's the story to all our lives, and that's because you're young.
Honestly, I didn't listen to much of her music, and I'm so gutted that I didn't. Now I regret not listening to it, but at least I've now been exposed.
Yes.
So much joy, in so much beauty of her music that it's like, okay, if not now, then when? I'm very glad I've listened to her music now and I'm experiencing it now. But back to when you were saying when people have a connection with story, I've heard people say that this song was my wedding song, or this song was unfortunately the song that we used to celebrate the life of someone who passed away. So when you started singing it, it reminded me of their funeral, but it brings back good memories. So that connection for me, whenever we pick up a song, it's very easy in musical theatre to become very mechanical. That's what I see. I see it. When you come into the show, you come and sing the song, you come and do your job, and you leave. But every single person in that building has a different connection to that song, to that scene. And so when you're doing it, one, to tell the story, and to also bring back, music brings like a nostalgia. It
Mhm.
takes you back to a time, like different scents, different hearing sounds, different frequencies. So it's also good to be able to hopefully bring back good memories of people themselves and what they've experienced with her music. So yeah, I definitely would feel as though Private Dancer and River Deep Mountain High is
Yeah.
one of the favorites and simply the best.
Yeah.
Those,
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah. I mean, and some of these songs come with dance moves. With I'm actually not. I'm not even going to say dance moves. I'm going to say with a workout, a full-on workout. Like, and yeah,
ooh,
you've got to do it in a, a big wig that I'm assuming is quite heavy, in heels, tiny dresses, while you are belting out. I mean, how do you not pop a lung?
ooh, you have to have technique. You vocal classes, please, Heavenly Father. You need vocal classes. Vocal lessons is a must. You cannot just say, I'm going to be doing the show and then sing and sing and sing. You will do some damage. So, that vocal lessons, my favorite body thing to do is to go to Pilates. This helps
Wow.
with my stamina, to make sure that at the end of the show, where there's a little surprise for everyone, that I still can complete the end of the show. Completing the end of the show is a must. So not huffing and puffing too much, but
And I mean, she was so iconic in the way that she moved. We all know everyone's tried to kind of copy that. I mean, I can't do it at all, but she insured her legs famously as well. How difficult, like you say, is it to kind of get a connection to that movement so that you don't look like you're trying to do a parody, basically?
okay, first of all, I have to give a shout out to my dad. My dad is over 6 foot, 6'3", so I got his legs, so which was quite nice for me. So some moves, it's good when you have long legs because it just extends and you don't really have to do too much because the legs give it away, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yes, I feel as though being brought up in an African household, there are some moves that with shoulders, with hips,
Yeah.
with gastro, what's the technical name for it? Gastrocnemius. It helps with the movement when you're doing Tina Turner moves, because yeah, she just had a rhythm like no other, and rhythm plays a big part. So yeah, when I'm in church, I always have this thing where when we have our music going, you have to be able to enjoy being in the presence of God. So I take that and I put it on stage. The music is what allows me to feel, do the Tina shoulders, a little bit of hip movement. Yeah. So I transfer what I do in church most of the time and put it inside the Tina Turner moves.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because it comes from a real place, doesn't it? And that's what, yeah. So
It
it
does.
makes perfect sense, yeah. And she was also, as we said, known for the wigs. And I believe it came because she bleached her hair or something, and it just before a show, and it went wrong, so she had to put one on, but found it gave her a freedom, so she kind of went with it.
Yes, I heard that story too. That she used to do a lot to her hair, and it damaged her hair. So one day she put on a wig, and she knew that now the wig, it can stay how you place it. It stays just like you want it to. And then that's when her journey with wigs began, because now you can be different characters if you wanted to. You can play blonde, you can play black, brown, anything you wanted to do with your hair. Wigs allow that freedom. So yeah, now she's known for her big lioness blonde hair. And when people recognize that hair, the audience go crazy, which is
Yeah.
so lovely to see that they connect with that. Yes.
I mean, that's how much of an icon this person is, that you
Yeah.
recognize her from her hair. I mean, it's like
Oh,
there's only a few that we can say that of, and she is one of them.
exactly. Very
Yeah.
much so. Very much so.
I mean, as we've said, she's just so motivational and inspirational, and um, she faced down racism, ageism, gender bias, and she kind of just went, nah, there's your rule book, be
Yeah.
gone.
Throw it
And
out.
Yeah, and kind of just went, this is who I am, and you are going to like it. And I mean, refreshing.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. It's so refreshing. And that's why so many musical artists nowadays reflect and give the ode to her, to say that she broke those glass ceilings. We know of people like Beyonce who say that she is her icon. She's the person that she looks up to, because as a black woman in the rock and roll industry, that was unheard of. But then when she stepped into that, she broke world records. As in in the show, you hear of how she, at the time, 108 over 180,000 people in Rio in Brazil. That was unheard of.
yeah.
Come to a live concert for a rock and roll legend, a black woman no less, who was in her 50s, 60s, 70s, still giving it legs. Still giving it legs.
Still giving it legs. I love it.
Oh,
Legs and wig. Yeah. What an icon. Oh, Jochebel, thank you so much for chatting with us today. I can feel the passion and the enthusiasm that you have for this show just like screaming at me through the screen. So
oh,
thank you so, so much. And as we've said, people go and watch it. It is transformative.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's
forward.
on till the 3rd of January. Christmas present heaven for people. Get your ticket and go along. Palace Theatre till the 3rd of January.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner. That is mine.
Now who wants to sing with that?